Welcome to A Shot of Rock. I'm Alex, and this is Marty McCoy of Bobaflex.
Hi.
Okay, I got some questions for you. How did you guys get your band name?
Star Wars. I wish it was a great story, but it's not. And like the older we get, and we're like going after record labels and stuff, so you're like, I love the band, but it's the worst name I've ever heard in my life. So because we buck authority, we're like, we're not changing it. Forget it. Record labels want us to change it. Nope, not doing it. So that's kind of the story behind it. We used to be a bunch of Star Wars geeks until we grew our hair out and traveled the country and became pretty cool. So,
No more Star Wars?
still love Star Wars, just it's not my everyday thing anymore.
Are you gonna go see the new movies?
Absolutely. I'm pretty excited about the new movie.
Are you?
I think that someone's got a chance to really take off and bring back 3 more great movies.
And redeem themselves for Jar Jar Binks?
Yeah, absolutely.
Did you hear that Leia is confirmed? The original Leia.
Yeah, like they're all confirmed,
Yeah.
right? Mark Hamill, everybody's coming back, right? Good, that's awesome.
I'm excited.
I am too. I think, is it J.J. Abrams that's doing it?
Yes.
Yeah, I think he's got a chance to really do something special.
The only thing that would make it better is if it was Joss Whedon.
Right on.
But I love Joss Whedon, so.
Right on.
Okay, you were talking about record labels. You guys have had some trouble with that.
Yeah, it wasn't really anybody's fault. Record labels go bankrupt. Don't ask me how. They go bankrupt. It was just like when we came out with our album Tales from Dirttown, the label was really excited. Brought in this new radio guy, and everybody was all fired up. I'm like, wow, we can't believe this is even Bobaflex. This is great. So we were all like, yeah, finally here comes our shot. And the day that they put our single out, the record label went bankrupt and everything fell apart. And somehow our single Home, though, took off on its own, and it got pretty high on the charts, but that was with no label support whatsoever. And when a record label goes bankrupt, nobody, not even the bankruptcy attorneys, have any idea what the hell is going on. Not a clue. So it was like we were paying 3 different attorneys, because you have to have, a civil attorney and a bankruptcy attorney and all these things going on. And we were paying 3 different attorneys traveling the country selling T-shirts. And just every dime we got, here, give it to the attorney, give it to the attorney. And he would tell us one day, you're free, it's all good. And the next day, you're not free. So it went on for a long time. And I remember calling the attorney, and he was like, I don't know what to do. I was like, can we file bankruptcy? Because we're bankrupt now. We can't, we're splitting McDonald's cheeseburgers 4 ways. And he was like, that's a great idea. I was like, can I have $60,000 back, asshole? Because I was like, aren't you supposed to come up with these ideas for us and tell us, how we're supposed to get out of these things? And he had no idea. So we like I said, we do everything on our own. So we eventually took care of our own legal troubles as well.
Well, your intro to Charlatans Web.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely true. Absolutely true.
Is it almost word for word what was said?
Yeah, absolutely. And then the funny thing is, that was about an old booking agent, and then right before the record came out, we got in and fired our new booking agent. Same thing. Took almost the same. He actually more money he stole from us, but almost the exact same. Like, it's spot on. I mean, agents are like, we always, we don't worry about club owners and stuff. Club owners have always been good to us. It's the damn booking agents that have always done something really shitty, or just that kind of thing. I mean, you got to watch out for everybody. You got to manage everybody and watch everybody, or they'll try to rob you. But yeah, that's absolutely true. It's from a couple emails and a couple phone calls. But we pieced it together, and so we wouldn't get sued.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, but it's one of my favorite intros to the record. I'm like, oh yeah, that's great.
I enjoyed that intro. I sat there going, there's no way. Would someone really say that?
Oh, you wouldn't believe, like, the emails and the phone calls. What happened with this guy was, we told him, and we were really classy about it. We're like, you're kind of more of a metal booking agent, and we're not really into it. And we want to go, we're more of a rock band, and I don't want to play with Bush at a Birth or, Decapitated, whatever.
Yeah.
Like, we're sick of playing with bands like that. We kind of want to move into the rock thing, but, we appreciate you coming and taking the time out and chatting with us, and we think we're going to go with somebody else. And that's all we said to him. And he just destroyed us for days and weeks on email. You alcoholic scumbags. Which, that's alcoholic. That's pretty close. I wasn't really mad about that part.
Well, it's kind of hard when you're doing it at bars and they're giving you drinks for free.
And even the bigger venues, they roll in the carts of alcohol. Like, you set up this rider that's kind of ridiculous at times, that you're not going to get certain things. Like, we want a bath full of Evian water or whatever. And some of the big places will actually do it.
Will they?
Yeah, absolutely. Like, some people will cross it off that, no, I'm not getting you that. Which, it's kind of a joke to throw it out there. And
Right.
oh my God, they got us, 5 packs of cigarettes and Jolly Ranchers, and we laugh about that stuff. But the big venues will roll in. I mean, they will come in with, here's your bottle of liquor, here's your bottle of liquor, here's your case of beer, so it's pretty awesome.
So you get the star treatment.
Yeah.
Great.
I love the star treatment.
I don't know anyone who wouldn't. Okay, so back to the basics. How did your band come together?
We're all from this tiny, tiny little town in West Virginia, and we just started playing. Tommy, the drummer, Tommy and I, we've been playing together since I was 11 years old, and my brother just bullied his way. You got a band? I'm in it too. And then I met Jared in high school, and we've played together, like I said, since we were kids. And it just, everybody else is running around, doing their own thing, and we were stuck in the garage as kids playing, and just thought it was the most fun, one of the most fun things you could do. And once we got paid for a couple gigs, we were like, holy shit, we could actually do it. Like, if we did this 365 days a year, we might be able to buy a car. So it started out that way, and it just, that's all we know. I mean, you know what I mean? It's like, I had a couple jobs, and I was like, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm going to play guitar and get paid. It's just the most insane thing that has ever happened to me. I don't even play very well. It's like, but just a blast. It's one of the coolest jobs on the planet. And if you put your head down, you work hard, you get through a lot of stuff.
Is that the advice that you would give to upcoming bands?
Yeah, absolutely. Don't practice once or twice a day, or once or twice a week, and fight with your girlfriend if you want to compete with the real bands. It's like, get your head down, practice 8-10 hours a day together, and there's really good bands out there, and the ones that rise to the top are the good ones. So anybody can run around saying, I'm in a band, and I see it all the time. The horrible bands out playing gigs, and everyone's, the music scene's dying. It's like, it's not dying. There's a really good music scene out there. You're just not a part of it because you don't practice and you don't own a tuning pedal. Buy a tuning pedal, learn to sing, practice together.
Speaking of singing, you guys have a very unique singing style where you have 3 singers.
Yeah,
how did you come up
4
with that?
singers.
Oh, it's 4.
Well, just like growing up, I grew up on bands like Kiss and the Eagles, and my dad played bluegrass. Like, my dad would have these huge bluegrass sessions in the living room, and there'd be all these guys come in with instruments, and they'd all switch them around, and everybody sang. So I just thought that's what it was supposed to be like, or that's what I enjoyed anyway. I thought it was cool, and then getting older and getting into rock bands, and like Eagles and Kiss and Pink Floyd, and everybody sang, and you get these records that go everywhere instead of this focused sound that sounds exactly the same, and every song could be this single, or every song could be the one before it. I just thought that's the way it was supposed to be, and got lucky enough that Jared and Sean and Tommy thought the same thing. I'm like, well, you can sing, you sing this one. So like, there's no, people always ask, is there any animosity toward who sings this and who sings that? It's like, no, it's a blast actually. It's fun to actually get a break, lay back and play guitar and let somebody else sing. It's like, yeah.
How do you guys come up with the ideas for your songs?
Everybody in the band writes. So all the songs are true stories. It's either something that's happened to us or happened to somebody that's really close to us, or something that's important to us. But everybody writes in the band, so things just come out so fast. If you don't throw your idea out quick, you will get lost in the wash. So it's not stressful. It's a lot of fun, but it's fast-paced, moving kind of writing style. It's like, go, go, go. He's got this. Oh my God, he's already got this song done. I better get in the room and you put my piece on it, or I'll be left in the dust. So it's a lot of fun. It moves really, really fast.
Awesome. Okay, you said that it's based off true things. So Charlatans Web, if I could speak today, is very dark.
Absolutely.
So a lot darker than your Hell in My Heart CD.
You think so?
Yeah, a little bit.
All right, explain.
I don't know. The undertones just seem so much more sinister in Charlatans Web.
Yeah.
I've been listening to Charlatans Web a lot lately,
right
so
on.
I've been hearing it and reading interviews with you guys that you've been talking about the meaning behind some of the songs. I'm like, that's really dark. So
yeah, it's like, I don't know. Hell in My Heart, I thought was a really dark record because we were coming off that record label thing, and we weren't sure that we were going to be a band. And I mean, we were sure in our hearts that we were going to be a band, but it was looking pretty rough and bleak there for a minute. And so Hell in My Heart has all this angst and all this, stress and everything in the album. And this album was really easy to record because of the success of Hell in My Heart and Guns and Chemical Valley and Sound of Silence really opened up, a lot of things for us. And so this album was more like we had food at the studio, we had Diet Cokes, we had weed, we had everything we wanted, and the studio time was actually paid for instead of I promise I'll pay you as soon as we sell this record kind of thing. So it was a lot more fun and a lot more laid back. We trusted each other a lot on the album, and anybody that had any ideas or anything like that was like, sure, this is what you want to do, let's do it. It's your band, it's your record, and that attitude kind of went through the whole record. It just came together really fast and was like there was no stress. Didn't seem like there was any stress. Then once I got the record back and listened to it and it was finished, I was like, it's pretty dark. Sounds like a lot of stress in it, but it was a really fun record to make. And it's funny that you say that it's the darker of the last two records, because I didn't see that. I didn't feel that way when we were making it.
Well, it just seems darker because Hell in the Heart seems more angry than dark.
Okay.
This one has a darker meaning, especially when it comes to I'm Glad You're Dead, which is a new single. Watch it.
You're right, just did the video, just got it finished. I'm Glad You're Dead I thought was brilliant. My brother came with this riff and we started messing with it, and everybody kind of threw their 2 cents in, and the lyrics kind of got written at the last moment. It always had the dead thing going on, and he said, what about I'm Glad You're Dead one day? And I was like, oh my God, that's awesome. So we started writing it and coming up with all these lyrics about, somebody that everyone's wanted to say it before someone passed away, and you're like, oh God, I'm glad he's gone. But in your heart you feel like you can't say that out loud, or this scary guy upstairs is going to yell at you or something like that. So we just, kind of thought if we can say it out loud for everyone, then, they may not have to say it. They can just play the song and be happy that their molesting uncle is gone. You know what I mean? Or whoever, the alcoholic dad is finally out of here, and everyone can have a party and relax, and it's over with.
Yeah, and you said that you guys recorded that yourself.
Yeah, we go to Sonic Lounge Studios in Columbus, Ohio, which is a guy that's been with us for a long time by the name of Joe Beers. He's done a lot of our records, and he's kind of the sixth band member, if you will, you know what I mean, when it comes to recording songs. And I've known him for years. I talk to him every day. He lives like 10 minutes. His studio's like 5 minutes from my house, and he's one of my best friends. And we really are comfortable recording with him, and you can go in and do whatever you want. And he's just amazing, and he gets the band, and he's on the same page that we are. Like, it's almost like the whole say the things at the same time, like, oh, I thought this, and both of us like, oh my God, I can't believe you said that. So he's just an amazing dude, and it's an amazing studio. Sonic Lounge Studios out of Columbus, Ohio. Come check it out. We do other people's records out of there as well. We produce records and stuff ourselves.
So, do you do the sound recording, or do you do the sound mixing?
All of it.
All of it?
Yeah, everything. Full. I mean, it's a badass studio. The board itself came out of Olympic Studios from London, which is like this famous board anyway. Like Eric Clapton and all these people recorded on it. And I can't believe when I'm sitting behind it, I'm like, this is a setting, and 5 minutes from my house, my records are being recorded on this, and the band's records are being recorded on this. It's just it's one of the top studios in the country, and it's unreal. And the engineer, producer Joe Beers, so awesome. Worked with so many cool people, and just a really cool guy, and a lot of fun to work with. Can't wait to do another one.
How do you guys deal with being on the road for so long?
Alcohol helps. we just bought this. I don't know, probably a year now. It was a lot harder in the van. But that's all we were used to, and we enjoy playing, and we all get along really well. Like there's never fight. I mean, like once every 5 years, maybe someone gets drunk and says, "You're an asshole." No, you're an asshole. That's about it. So we get along really well, and video games help. The bunks, we built bunks in the back of this thing. That helps. Anytime you're tired or not feeling it, you just get back to your bunk, curl up, and go to sleep, wake up in the next town.
Do you guys take turns driving?
No, we hire a driver.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah, right. Things have changed since the last record. We used to do everything ourselves, and now we got a driver, tour manager, crew, all that stuff. So the roads become a lot more easy when we can just do nothing and go play a show. You know what I mean? We used to have to do everything. Now we're just like fix our hair and maybe I'll make some cheese sandwiches or something. Do nothing and hang out all day. Do interviews and phone interviews and go play on the radio and we're princesses now. It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing.
I bet it makes everything a lot easier.
Oh my God.
Does it make the show better?
Way better. way. But when you're rested up, and that's all you're all day, you're just resting up and concentrating on that hour and a half, 2 hours of just exploding to the roof on stage, and it's definitely made the shows a lot better.
Okay, I've had this question for a while. Do you guys prefer the digital album or the physical album?
I'm an album guy. Like I have iTunes on my phone, and I just never use it. It's like I use YouTube a lot with these speakers right here. We have every night we get wasted. Not every night. We pick and choose our battles, but we come in here and everybody plays the records on the speakers, and we all go in like rotation. It's like, all right, it's your turn. Play your heart. What's in your heart right now? Play all these crazy songs, and but I'm a record guy. I like getting the album, and I just don't think that. I mean, unless you have a sweet set of speakers at your house, I've seen people listening to songs just on their phone in their car. I'm like, man, it's so small and tiny, and I have to hear things really, really loud, and where people can't talk to me when I'm listening to music. I have to listen to it so loud. So
I'm the exact same way. Yeah. She gets annoyed listening to it.
Turn it down. No way.
She's listening to it on her phone. She's like, here, listen to this, and she hands me her phone. I'm like, seriously, you want me to listen to it on that?
Right. I'm a headphones guy.
I always have my headphones in walking around campus.
The little tiny ones, I don't understand those either because there's no bottom end to them. So I like have the big 80s headphones, the slam and bass. I gotta have it loud.
Those are hard to carry around when you're walking around on campus.
Just put them on your head. Do the cool kid where they're under your neck.
Rock the 80s look. Be proud.
The 80s look is coming back. I hope so. Anyway.
I think it is. Okay, so I have some lightning round questions that I may or may not have stolen from that metal show.
Lightning round questions. Ding.
Lightning round questions. Okay, first album you've ever purchased?
Mr.
Okay.
Or no, Mr. or the Miami Vice soundtrack. It's up in the air. Sean bought one. I bought the other. I can't quite remember.
It's a tie.
Yeah.
It's a.
But the Miami Vice soundtrack is awesome.
I will listen to it when I get home.
All right.
Just because you told me to. All right. What's one song that you wish you wrote?
Gosh, there's a lot. It's probably a Pink Floyd song. Probably Comfortably Numb. It's one of my favorite songs ever.
Great song.
Money for Nothing is a good one too. You only get one, right?
We'll give you two.
All right. Money for Nothing, The Chicks for Free by Dire Straits, or Comfortably Numb.
And it's the unedited version.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. I know, King.
It drives me nuts, and
I'm ready for it. I'm always like, oh man, I can't believe they're allowed to say that then, and they're not allowed to say it now.
I don't know.
I understand why they're not allowed to say it now.
Yeah.
But I guess it didn't dawn on me when I was a kid. That's what he was saying on television. It's like, oh my god. Because I had an earring and everything. I was like, I don't understand.
That's the one song that my mom will blare. Is when that part comes on, she'll blare it when it starts playing.
It's a good song. It's a really good song.
Okay, first.
You know that Sting sang in the backups, right?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, most people don't know that.
Yes, I did.
Most people don't know that Sting is guest starring on that song.
And not a lot of people know that it's not Teen Wasteland, but Baba O'Reilly.
What is it?
The real name for Teenage Wasteland is Baba O'Reilly.
Oh, yeah, right, okay.
And my mom yells at me every time I say it wrong. I have learned from that woman.
She's a good woman.
Okay, first song you learned to play.
Talk Dirty to Me by Poison. Woo! My brother was learning it. He had a guitar teacher upstairs teaching it to him, and I was downstairs because I wasn't allowed in the session because I was the younger one or whatever. I remember him learning it upstairs, and I was learning it downstairs. Give your bass guitar teacher.
You're cheap. What is your one vice?
Cigarettes. Love them. It's so delicious.
Weirdest rumor you've heard about yourself?
Big old banana dick. That's what I heard about myself. That's not true. But I was one that got around.
I wasn't going to ask it, but I wanted to. Okay. Best concert you've ever been to?
System of a Down, probably. It was the best sounding concert I've ever been to. Went and saw them and the Mars Volta. I don't know, I've been to tons of concerts. I remember seeing the Moody Blues, and they were amazing. Never got to see Pink Floyd, but I remember going to System of a Down, and the sound was so amazing. I was like, how did that even happen? And like even the notes that I thought that this is gonna be really hard for Serge to hit, and they would go like even crazier on these notes. And they would hit like go even farther and higher on these notes. And it was just the best. As far as the sound man went, he should have been given.
Medal?
Oh god, it was amazing. It was a huge stadium too, and it just sounded like the CD was playing. And I know it wasn't the CD because things changed, and they did all kind of wild stuff, and you could feel it, you know, really move like with the audience and stuff. It was just phenomenal.
That sounds fantastic. I kind of want to go to that concert now. Weirdest thing you've ever been asked to sign?
I'm just asked to sign stuff all. Doesn't seem so weird anymore. A dude wanted me to sign his dentures once.
Really?
He wanted me to put them in my mouth and sign.
Please tell me you didn't put them in your mouth.
No. I said, you have had too much to drink, sir.
Okay. Biggest pet peeve of the rock genre that you have?
Everybody crying about their feelings all the time. It's like rock and roll used to be about kicking ass and big titties and fast cars and now I don't know what happened. It's time to bring it back.
Yes. What is the one song on your iPod that people would be shocked about?
Wrecking Ball.
Really?
Yes. Hell yeah. Us being from West Virginia, Billy Ray's from Kentucky, you know, and so I feel connected to him like that. I just remember it was the band that actually introduced me to the song. Everyone's all, you know, yelling about Miley Cyrus and all this crazy stuff. And I always thought she was talented. She's very talented. But they're like, you have to hear this song. This is the song that everyone's talking about. And there's 6 drunk grown men on here just listening to that song. Play it as loud. Play it again. Play it again. And I just remember thinking, you know, people can hate on her all they want. Man, she's talented. The songs, you know, that song's a great song. I wish I wrote that song.
That's the song you wish you wrote. I've actually heard it, but I like the acoustic version.
Yeah.
Because you can tell she has.
You can tell she's the real deal.
Yeah.
Like I just saw what was it, something awards, I don't know, had all these bands playing, and she was headlining, and I thought that was hilarious. I thought that was a big middle finger to everybody too. It was like, oh, you can say what you want, she's headlining this big festival.
Yeah.
You're not. And her band was awesome, and I mean she's the real deal.
Her live, I like her live stuff because she has a good voice.
And the album's killer too. Like I keep hearing more and more of it, and I know it's not cool, and I feel guilty. But every time I hear a new song, I'm like, "What the hell is that?" They're like, "It's Miley Cyrus." Oh.
About feeling guilty, Corey Taylor once was asked that in an interview. What's your one guilty pleasure? And he said, "It doesn't matter if I like it. I shouldn't feel guilty about it."
He's wiser than I. He's been a lot farther than I have. So there's a lot I could learn from that guy.
Oh, yeah, it's blinking 1 minute. Does that mean anything?
It might be died. So we'll do the last
But it
question.
still has 3 bars, but it's blinking a minute.
It might not have deleted the. People aren't deleting their
Their whole movies.
Final question: do you have a pre-show ritual?
Yeah. Line up about 4 shots of Jaeger, pour the Red Bull in, and they're like, okay, you got 10 minutes, and bam, 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 bam. And then that's when I start to kind of like feel loose and alive. Because if not, I get real nervous. I'm cute. Get nervous before every show. But if there's Jaeger, which there is some in the fridge, that's one of the bottles. Like on the rider, has to be, has to, or I'll throw it. Do you fit? Or you yell at my tour manager, where is it? So I have to have that. But it just the right amount calms me down. It can backfire. I've had a couple shows where I was like, I'm too shithouse to be up here, but I've got the formula down. So yeah, we sit around and tell a bunch of jokes and drink about 4 or 5 shots together and hit the stage.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, it's a good little ritual. Keeps us all sane.
Fantastic ritual, and it's definitely a shot of rock. Comes back to it. Well, thank you for talking to me.
Thank you.
I very much appreciate it.
Thanks so much. I enjoyed the questions, lightning round.
Yes.
It's a good thing. I like that.
Didn't steal it from any truck, I promise.
Right on. Daddy Trunk. Check out Bobaflex.